Hey guys, Timebreaker here, bringing another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we're following up from the Super Saiyan 3 Angel Goku run by jumping into the new Legendary Frieza event, just came out on Global. We're trying out both of the Golden Week teams, basically using the Goku or the BUU, and then their kind of new setup team. Mostly is Majin Buu Saga, at least for BUU, it's completely Buu Saga. For the Goku, of course, we did have the Dragon Fist Goku. So I need to float you off because we have the we do have the other INT BUU in slot 7, so I don't want them both to be on the same rotation. So I guess we'll float you off here. With the first phase being quite weak and obviously not having having type advantage as well over him, it's not like we're going to get the INT BUU getting killed anytime soon. I think, to be perfectly honest, with the difficulty level of this Frieza event, it's going to be even more difficult than usual, I think, to actually get the revive with one of these BUUs. Because remember, only one of them needs to revive, and then they both get the buff. But chances are getting either of them to get killed is going to be fairly difficult. I deliberately bought a 55% friend as well, so they wouldn't go too crazy, but I guess we'll have to see how this pans out. So I do want you to get hit a whole bunch. We might as well actually just get you to get hit right at the start here. Okay, those didn't drop down quite the way I would have liked, but we can still get the 18 key with you, which is what's important. Want to get the 18 key supers with BUU Tanks, so we're getting the stacks. And then, yeah, of course, he's just going to AoE straight away anyway. Okay, get the dodge. And then Kid BUU dodges, okay. Alright, Kid BUU. 13.7. Yep. Kid BUU is actually a menace. Like, 3. Okay, of course we did. Typical how when I made my BUU and I gave him like a bit of dodge, I think he's got like 20 dodge, and people are like, oh, you shouldn't give him that much dodge. He's going to never get hit and get his build up. Usually, with only 20% chance to dodge, on average, if he's getting attacked 4 times, he's only going to dodge like one of those attacks, right? So typical, on this first turn, we dodged 3 attacks. Fortunately, with this event not being as difficult as some of the current endgame content, most of what we would call the endgame content, we're going to have plenty of opportunities to let BUU get hit and actually get built up here. So we will be fine. And of course we have the opportunities to get this guy built up. This is the kind of event where you absolutely can just run that risk of bringing the STR Super BUU, because the chances of us starting a turn, once we get to the point where he can transform, the chances of us starting the turn on low enough HP that we end up getting the BUU Tanks transformation is probably pretty low. And of course, with this event, even if we do get the BUU Tanks transformation somehow, we probably would still be fine. Because the event's not that difficult, right, in terms of, like, I mean, again, I don't want to, like, make out, like, oh, yeah, this is just super easy, because Golden Frieza at the end does hit for 1.1 million. So, you know, if a character, if you've not got damage reduction or any of those kind of abilities, a character, even with, like, 500k defense, is taking, like, over 600k, which, depending on how much your team has, and especially if you're not a full HP at the point where you get hit with the super, this team only has 689k HP. So, it's not like a complete walk in the park. Any team in the game can just do this. But it is a little bit easier than what we've come to expect from some of the more endgame stuff. And obviously that gives us the ability to take it easy a little bit more, mess around a bit with some of these character choices. We can get away with putting Kid BUU in slot 1 here. He's got type advantage as it is anyway. He's just going to put on an absolute dodge clinic. But I mean, at the end of the day, if he's going to dodge an attack, I'd rather it be the super. And now he's fully built up anyway. So, it's not like we had to wait much longer into the event, right? We got to his second turn and then he got fully built up. So I will take that. And then BUU Tanks, not being able to get a lot of additional supers here because we're going to kill the enemy. But we are getting the 18 key super, which is the one that stacks his defense. So that's the one that is the most important. And now Tech Exchange BUU going to transform into Evil BUU. I floated off the INT BUU again, didn't I? So I need to make sure I do that again. And then, yep, here comes the STR Buuhan. And now we are good to go. So this is, we're what, STR Final Frieza, yeah. So, I guess we do this. So we can grab this. What are our defense looking like here? You're at 258, 262. I mean, they're getting a lot of defense on super. And then we'll just go ahead and do this. But like I say, I think at this point, and as soon as we get this far into the event, it's very unlikely that we're going to get to see the INT BUU revival. Even if we put him in slot 1 against FRIEZA, Golden FRIEZA, and we get supered. I mean, I guess we've been floating them, so their defense might not have stacked as high as we would expect in some other events. But chances of the INT BUU getting killed, because outside of the super attack, that's the other thing that makes this event like a lot easier. When you think about especially INT Kid BUU, who's the latest like menace, absolute tough boss on global, is it's not just his super attack that does a lot of damage, right? Once he's got fully built up, his normal attacks do loads of damage as well. Whereas with all of these units that we're running on this team, like especially post super, you know, the super attack is what we want to worry about from Golden FRIEZA, because then everything else is pretty much just going to be double-digit damage, right? So it becomes fairly easy to manage. So let's do, I mean, I guess at this point we're going to be getting close to the end. You've got 600k defense. I was thinking about transforming him straight away, but let's give him one more set of stacks here, and then we'll transform into Buuhan, because it's always fun to see the Buuhan turn, but it's the turn after you transform into Buuhan. And of course he's supered. And we didn't guard, but we only took 120k. So I mean, that shows you how hard like these other phases are hitting, or how not so hard they're hitting, right? Type disadvantage, no guard. We only took 120k pre-super at the start of the turn. I mean, we do have the Kid BUU support, which of course we're on 4 HP, so 70% support from Kid BUU definitely goes a long way. And then Bootank's getting the additionals here, finally getting a chance to get some additional 12 key supers off, so he's getting those stacks on his attack. So that's very good. Obviously double digits, and then Kid BUU. Remember, this is all Kid BUU without big bad bosses as well. Like, they absolutely snapped when they made Kid BUU. I haven't watched the any of the showcases yet, but I'm hearing that obviously today the physical Goku Black Super Easy A properly came out on JP. And I'm seeing a lot of people surprised at how good he is. Surprise, surprise, as always, people underrated his kit when they saw his details on paper. But it seems like he's a fair bit better than people were expecting, is kind of the feedback that I'm seeing. So that's certainly very interesting. I'm going to keep you here, actually, because you can transform into Super BUU, I think, on the next turn. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll finish off FRIEZA here. See, 55% BUU pre-super, like he's actually taking damage. It's not a lot, of course, but he's actually taking damage from the normals from FRIEZA. But even so, no super. I don't think a super would have been enough to kill him anyway. And then, yeah, we now get more defense. So the chances of us getting the INT BUU revival in this event, pretty low. But I guess that's to be expected, given the difficulty level of this event. Because now that we've supered, we should probably eat this for double digits, especially because he is still guarding, yeah. So, unlikely we're going to see a revival, but basically a 12 million attack stat here from Evil BUU. And then 9.4 from STR Buuhan. So there we go. I mean, Tech Evil BUU would have made a good addition to the team. I did not pull him, sadly. I talked about this in the Goku video, right? But I did manage to get a couple of copies of that physical Gotenks, who was the BUU side banner unit. But sadly, no Tech Evil BUU. So, but we'll go ahead and transform Buuhan here. This is probably one of our last chances, I guess, if we were going to get the Fat BUU revival. But obviously now in this situation, I don't want Fat BUU to die in slot 1, because I want to see Buuhan go off here with big bad bosses. We've got 1.17 million defense. Kid BUU with big bad bosses is going to hit super hard at the end of the turn here. You've got 456. Would you die to a super from FRIEZA in slot 1? Maybe. I mean, we'll give it a try, I guess, but because, like I say, we know no one else is going to die. I mean, there's no way Buuhan is taking damage from normals, and obviously post-super, BUU's not taking damage from normals either. So, how much is this doing? Yeah, it didn't even do 100k. So yeah, realistically, once you get past like, well, even in the first turn, right, this Frieza's tech. So I can't imagine if you've used the BUU team in this stage, because I know, like, you know, after using the Goku one, I did say at the end, let me know in the comments any teams that you've tried messing around in this event. If you have tried using INT BUU and his team, do let me know down below in the comment section if you were actually able to get one of them to revive, because yeah, I feel like it's a pretty uphill battle, considering the first phase, when BUU's going to be at his weakest, he has type advantage. Then the second phase is AoE and physical. So maybe if he's taking like a few normals in slot 1 and then there's the AoE. But the problem with the INT BUU is that he does get a decent amount of defense once he's actually attacked. So a lot of the time in these events, he's only really dying if he's getting hit with a super before he attacks. Because then once he does, he gets a whole bunch of defense. Look at BUU just absolutely going off here as well. Buuhan, all these additional attacks, tons of damage here. Frieza just getting absolutely annihilated. And then Kid BUU at the end with Big Bad Bosses active now. Drops us a casual 16 million attack stat basically. With a crit as well. So yeah, that guy is a bit of a beast. So let's get the old Super BUU out here as well. Because both him and Buuhan, because they raise attack and they have raised their stats for like a couple of turns, they have their numbers they do on their first turn, which are pretty impressive. And then on the second turn for them, their numbers are then even higher because they've got all the buffs from the previous turn. So you have those four. You have those four. So not quite the same ones, but still four. Might as well just keep you here. Dokkan attack for this BUU. A little bit of a waste, but we get our attack off here so we can get our extra stats. And then it's going to be GG. I won't even bother hitting the nodes just so it goes a little bit quicker. But Super BUU should have no problem. Yeah, Super BUU's got like a 15 million attack stat here. So thing is, I guess, to be fair, when I say about like the follow-up turn for the LR Buuhan, of course, he's not going to have Kid BUU, so he's not going to have Big Bad Bosses or that massive amount of support. But he's still going to have a very good looking turn. Or I say that, but then of course, here's our boy STR Buuhan, ready to give those links. So now we've got every link active except Legendary Power. He has 1.6 million defense on this turn. So that is pretty good. INT BUU, would he die to a super here? It's 450, and think he does what, 1.1. So he actually might kill him, but then we don't get to see Buuhan go off here. I guess we could just go ahead and do the well, let's see what happens. If we could actually get him to revive, that would be kind of funny. But it is typical, like I say, now that we get to a turn where it's like, actually we kind of don't want the revive just because we want to see how well the Buuhan rotation does. But it doesn't matter because, as I said previously, now that BUU's actually attacked, there's no way he's dying to the super from Frieza here. And then, of course, Buuhan, and then once he's transformed, LR Buuhan has guaranteed guard. He's got 1.6 million defense, so it doesn't even matter. He could get slot 1 supered and he'd take double-digit damage. So we should be all good. How much is INT BUU actually going to take here after getting a couple of supers off at the beginning? Was it 2 he did? Yeah, so he takes double-digit damage. So, yeah, definitely not the event. If you want to see the INT BUU revival, you're going to have a hard time when it comes to this. 22.5 million. Yeah, damn, Buuhan is, he's pretty good. And then, yeah, we get additionals for 9.8. Yeah, that's 22 million attack for the 18 key super. That's crazy. Can't imagine Frieza is going to survive this turn. 10 mil. We could potentially do another one here as well. It's a lot of damage from physical LR Buuhan, especially considering Golden Frieza is INT. We only did a normal, sadly, but we did get a crit. And then this guy's at 10.8, thanks to having the Big Bad Bosses active here. Unfortunately, probably not enough. I mean, we could get some additionals with him. A normal, okay. Alright, well. Oh, now we've got Super BUU with the... Okay. Super BUU with the support from Kid BUU. Because you probably don't kill, 55%. INT BUU does a lot of good things, but without his revival buff, he's not doing crazy amounts of damage. So we should get to see a nice big attack stat from Tech Super BUU here as well. I mean, INT BUU is being buffed by Kid BUU. So if he gets a whole bunch of additionals and stuff, maybe he'd kill FRIEZA, but yeah, probably not going to be very likely here, is it? No. Alright, Super BUU, what you got? Yeah, 20 mil. Yeah, this BUU team is very fun. And in an event like this, where they just kind of get to... It's basically just a playground for them, right? They just get to go crazy and do what they do. So there you go. That is the Golden Week BUU team versus the Legendary FRIEZA event. Certainly not very difficult. You know, these runs are just for fun. We did all the missions in yesterday's videos. And once you've done the missions, I guess realistically there is no real reason to play the FRIEZA event anymore until they add some more missions. I can't remember if JP already has extra ones or not. But I thought it'd be fun to try this out because, of course, for Global, this has just come out as the first part of the FRIEZA celebration after Golden Week. So I thought it'd be fun to take the Golden Week teams into this event and just kind of let them run riot over FRIEZA. So yeah, let me know what you guys think down below. And like I said before, if there's any other teams that you guys have used to try out this event, let me know down below and let me know how you got on. We probably will do a Heroes run at some point as well. The Heroes one will be a bit more tricky because after a certain number of turns, of course, Limit Breaker Vegito loses a lot of his defensive capability. And the Heroes team doesn't really have a lot of super good stacking units. But it should still be quite an interesting run. So we'll definitely get that one done soon as well. So let me know all your guys' thoughts down below in the comments. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.